All right, good morning, everybody. Here we go with our calendar today. Yesterday we put on number 12. Today we will put on number 13. All right, so it is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020 today. All right, the season is spring. It is really nice and sunny out today. I finally got outside to run today instead of being on my treadmill. All right, so it is sunny and cool right now, but later today it's going to warm up and be really nice today. All right, and then nice today, but not so nice tomorrow because I think it's supposed to rain. All right, so make sure you guys get outside today. All right, today we said was Wednesday. We would have gym today. Yesterday was Tuesday. We had music, and tomorrow is Thursday when we would have art and guidance. All right, want to sing the days of the week? There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then it's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 How about that? All right, and then you do the months. Remember, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December, 12 months in a year. Yeah, all right. I don't know what I'm going to eat today for lunch, so I don't know what the menu is going to be. So hopefully you have something good today. Let's do the days. Yesterday we were at 171. Today is now 172. And that means there are only 8 days left. 8 days left. All right. And remember, if we were at school, we'd be doing a bunch of fun things. We would actually not even count some of our things that were left, right? So if there was 8, we'd actually have, field day for kindergarten. We have field day for the school. We'd have summer fun day. We'd have bubbles day. So we'd take 4 days away. So we'd say that's already down to 4 days. Plus last day of school, we have our water balloon fight. So that's another day off. So really, we'd only have 3 days of actual school left. All right, so that would be really fun. Right now, remember that this Friday you got to have all your stuff turned in, so make sure that you turn in all your stuff. Remind your mom and dad that you got to take your homework and stuff to school on Friday. All right, and then on Monday we are doing all of our supply pickup and our turn-in stuff. So you guys don't have anything to turn in, but like older kids might have Chromebooks or something that they bring back, or their textbooks, right? Maybe if you have a library book, you might have to turn that in yet. But you're going to come to school on that Monday, and you're going to come and get all of your supplies that was left in the closet. Okay? So I'll be there from 4 to 7 p.m. on Monday. So make sure you come during those times and you can see me and talk to me then. Okay? All right. Let's not forget our countdown to summer. Yesterday we did Q. So hopefully you kind of made some kind of paper quilt thing, draw a bunch of different pictures and glued them together or stapled them together, whatever you need to do. Today is letter R, and it is go for a run. Ooh, that would be fun. If we were at school, we could all go run around somewhere. Maybe have a race. You could even have a race at your house. Maybe race down the sidewalk, down to from your friend's house to another house, or down to the corner of the street or whatever. All right. Make sure you ask your mom and dad before you do that stuff, right? Or maybe you could race them. You can see if you're faster than them. That'd be cool. Okay, let's go to plants. Yesterday we talked about plants. We're going to talk about plants one more time today, and then tomorrow we'll switch to something else. Okay, so yesterday we talked about what plants need. We know that they need 4 things, right? Do you remember those 4 things that plants need? Well, they need water, right? They need air, right? We talked about how plants suck in the air that we breathe out, the bad stuff we don't need. When we go, that's called carbon dioxide. Plants suck that in. And then what plants give out is oxygen, which we breathe in. All right, so we help plants and plants help us. So that's awesome. All right, so they need air and they need water. They also need soil. All right, and what's the last really, really important thing that they need? They need light or sunlight. They really need sunlight, but sometimes you can grow things with just a light. Okay, so they need light. All right, so they need those 4 things. All right, now how do plants get food? Well, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. They have roots that go down in the ground, right? Okay, and those roots are kind of like straws, and they suck up water, they suck up minerals and nutrients and stuff from the soil. Okay, and then they also get food from from their leaves, from soaking up the sunlight. And remember that stuff, they make that, it's called photosynthesis. Okay, that's a big word we didn't talk about, but you'll learn about that probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. Okay, you'll learn about photosynthesis and how plants turn sunlight into food. Okay, now let me ask you a question. What if plants didn't get one of those things? They didn't get water, or they didn't get air or soil or sunlight. Will they still be able to grow? Let's think. If you had a plant at your house and you never watered it, would it grow? No. We have plants like that. Mrs. Krager's not very good at keeping plants alive, and at least not ones in the house. And she forgets to water them, and they're dead. Okay. Now, what if it didn't have air? What if it was like in like a, I don't know, how do you have no air? If it had like a bag on it that was zip tight, no air, wouldn't live very long then either. If they have any soil, now soil is a little different because sometimes you can start to grow things with no soil, maybe on a wet paper towel, or even you can sometimes grow things in just a jar of water, but usually it doesn't grow very long in there. It usually needs some soil. Okay. Now, what if it had no sunlight? What if you put a plant in your basement in a dark corner or dark room, but you gave it everything else? You gave it air, you had soil, and you had water. I don't know if it would live very well. Maybe that's something you could try. Try taking a plant and putting it in a dark corner and see what happens after like a few days. You have to let me know. Okay. All right. Now, since we've been talking about that stuff with like getting no sun and no air and soil and water, what happens if we litter? We just talked about that with Earth Day, right? To pick up our trash and stuff that's on the ground. Well, what if trash is laying on top of a plant? So now it's not getting any sunlight because there's trash on top of it. And then it's not getting any water because the trash is covering it, and the water is, when it rains, it doesn't go on it. Probably not going to live very much, right? Sometimes if you go outside in your yard and something has been laying in your grass for a long time and you pick it up, say you have like, I don't know, a ball or a piece of wood or something laying in your yard. If you pick it up, what does that grass look like underneath? Because sometimes it looks kind of yellow and looks like it's dying. Yeah, and that's what's happening. And all you had was something laying in your yard for a while, right? We have a trampoline, and when I move the trampoline so that I can mow the grass underneath the trampoline starts to turn kind of yellowish. So I got to make sure that I move the trampoline all the time to different places so it doesn't kill all the grass. Okay. All right. Now, do you guys have any plants around your house? Maybe you have landscaping that you help your mom or dad with, or maybe you have a garden, or maybe you have a flower garden, right? What do you have to do for those things to keep them growing? Do you have to make sure you water those plants? Yeah, we have plants around our landscaping that when we plant them last year, we had to make sure that we watered them a lot. We're actually going to put some more plants in around some other parts of our house. But we're going to have to make sure that when we do plant them here later this month, that we have to make sure that we water them really good. Okay. And maybe I'll try to do a video of that stuff, of planting those things and showing you how to do that stuff. All right, we got to make sure that it has sunlight, right? Now, some plants can grow where it's not a lot of sunlight. It's like it can grow in the shade, but is it still going to see the sunlight? Yeah, like right now I'm in my basement and I got these windows over here, but I had the lights turned off, but you can still see pretty good because the light is coming through the window. Okay, so if you're outside, sometimes you're in like a shady spot, you can still see because light goes all over, right? Bounces all around. All right. Okay, last thing let's talk about is plants, how they grow. Okay. And yesterday we had where we read the book where it had a seed, right? And inside the seed it had food, and it grows a little plant, and then the roots grow down, and then a little bit of that plant grows up and pops out of the soil, right? And that's called a sprout or a seedling, right? And then it grows bigger and it grows some leaves, right? And then it keeps growing. It grows a stem, and then it grows all the way up to a plant. Okay. So you can try that stuff. Maybe if you find some of those helicopter seeds, from a tree, from a maple tree, and try to grow your own tree. Maybe you have what? Okay. Maybe you have an apple and you have the little seeds from inside the apple. Maybe you could try to grow an apple tree. See what happens, right? Or you have seeds of some kind of flower at your home, at your house, right? You could try to grow some, okay, and just see what happens. All right. Okay, we're going to read a book today. It's called From Seed to Pumpkin, and this is by Wendy Pfeffer and illustrated by James Hale. All right, so we're going to read this. I'm going to move over, and then we'll read this here. Okay, so all right, so From Seed to Pumpkin. Okay. Remember, we talked yesterday about how seeds sometimes comes in these little packets, little envelopes that you can get. And that's what this is, little pumpkin packets. You see that? When spring winds warm the earth, a farmer plants hundreds of pumpkin seeds. Every pumpkin seed can become a baby pumpkin plant. Underground, covered with dark, moist soil, the baby plants begin to grow. As the plants get bigger, the seeds crack open. Stems sprout up. Roots dig down. Inside the roots are tubes. Water travels up these tubes the way juice goes up a straw. In less than 2 weeks from planting time, green shoots poke up through the earth. These shoots grow into tiny seedlings. 2 leaves, called seed leaves, uncurl on each stem. They reach up toward the sun. I don't know if you guys can see that very good. Picture looks terrible. I'm gonna try to fix it. Hang on. I don't know if that helped any. Sunlight gives these leaves energy to make food. Like us, plants need food to grow. But green plants do not eat food as we do. Their leaves make it. To make food, plants need light, water, and air. Leaves catch the sunlight. Roots soak up rainwater, and little openings in the leaves let air in. Using energy from the sun, the leaves mix the air with the water from the soil to make sugar. This feeds the plant. How about that? Soon, broad, prickly leaves with jagged edges unfold on the stems. The new leaves are rough and prickly, but the seed leaves are smooth and rounded. The seed leaves dry up. Now the new leaves make food for the pumpkin plant. Each pumpkin stem has many sets of tubes. One tube in each set takes water from the soil up to the leaves so they can make sugar. The other tube in each set sends food back down so the pumpkin can grow. The days grow warmer. The farmer tends the pumpkin patch to keep weeds out. Weeds take water from the soil. Pumpkin plants need that water to grow. Pumpkin plants don't stand up tall. As the stem grows longer, they sprawl out over the ground. Before long, twisted, tangled vines cover the pumpkin patch. Soon, flower buds appear on the vines. After each bud opens, its orange petals grow bigger and bigger. They look like bright orange umbrellas. During the heat of the day, the flowers close up. They open up again during the cool nights and early mornings. The bright orange flowers attract swarms of bees. The bees buzz about, carrying yellow pollen from the male flowers to the female flowers. Now pumpkins can grow. The petals wither away. Where the flowers bloomed, tiny hard fruits begin to grow. Hundreds of these cling to the vines. The days grow hot. All summer, the warm sun and the cool rain helps the tiny fruits grow larger and larger. Soon, summer is over. The corn stalks next to the pumpkin patch turn brown. Leaves on trees turn orange, red, and yellow. Pumpkins change color too. As they ripen, they change from green to yellow, then to orange. In just about 4 months, small, flat, white pumpkin seeds have grown into big, fat orange pumpkins. The pumpkins are ripe and round, with lumps and bumps. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they're waiting in the autumn sun. Some pumpkins will be carved into jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. Some will be baked into pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving. Colorful leaves turn brown. Winter winds begin to blow, and soon the trees are bare. The farmer looks out over the pumpkin patch, where only a few dead vines remain. But when spring winds warm the earth, once again he will plant hundreds of pumpkin seeds, and once again they will grow from seed to pumpkin. And that's the end. Right? All right, now we went to the pumpkin patch, if you remember, in the fall, and they told us all about how pumpkins grow there. Okay, so it's the same thing. If you have pumpkins or pumpkin seeds, you could try to grow them in your garden. Right now would probably be a really good time to start growing them. Now at the pumpkin patch, the one time that I went with Josie and Jackson, I asked them how they went out there and planted all those. And they said after they planted the first couple fields, the pumpkins that kind of rot or get nasty that people don't pick, they just take the tractor out there and work the field over and plow them under, and they smash the pumpkins and kind of mix up the dirt with their plows and their discs and things, and then they just grow the next year. They don't have to plant them anymore, so they just throw out rotten pumpkins out there, and then that's how they grow. They don't have to keep going out there and planting them all the time. Now I'm sure they probably go out and plant some, okay, but for some of the fields they just keep growing and growing again because there's pumpkins out there that are rotting, and they just work it up. Okay, all right, so that is the end of seeds and pumpkins, and seeds and plants. Okay, and remember, plants are not just flowers and grass and things. Remember, it's trees and corn and all the stuff that farmers grow, and it's bushes and all that stuff. Okay, so all those things are plants. All right, okay, that's it for today. So make sure that you are doing your go for a run, have a race of some sort for your countdown to summer. And I will see you later today for Junie B. Jones. All right, make sure you get outside today. I'm actually going to go outside today. We're going to move Josie and Jackson's play set. We have it on the concrete right now, that I'm building it on. We built it so far. Now we're going to pick it up with the tractor and we're going to move it over to where it needs to go. So maybe I'll get a little video of that. It'd probably just be a real short thing, and I'll maybe send that to you. Okay. All right. Everybody have a great day. Get outside and play today. We will see you later. Bye-bye.